Ryan Wesley Ruth is the suspect's name who tried to shoot President Trump. It's as simple as that. That is the latest information that is coming through. Donald Trump is safe after shots have been fired outside of Palm Beach Golf Club. The shots that were fired did not come from the muzzle that was pushed through the fence. No, it was not. It came through, rather,
with no
hold on a second here. The shots came from the Secret Service, who jumped ahead a hole as Donald Trump was golfing at the International Golf Club, owned by President Trump. And they saw the muzzle poking through and took some shots. And then what happened after? Well, a chase went on. And it's a little bit scary about really how much they can find out about you. Believe you me, I know. I've seen even very close to where I live, these license plate readers. They're up all over the place. That's how they were able to track him down. Somebody saw the gunman leave in a black Nissan and took photos and sent those to authorities that got a license plate and found him in the next county over. This is almost unprecedented. It is not completely unprecedented. And this happened when Gerald Ford was acting president. Twice to him, 2 assassination attempts. Yea, though, this is the first time that it happened twice to a presidential candidate who was a former president. So history is being made here again. Thankfully, the former president is safe, and we pray for his safety and well-being. The suspect is alive, and they will be questioning him, but it is going to be very interesting to see what information is released from that questioning, if at all. The investigation into what happened last time in Butler, Pennsylvania, there's still a lot we do not know about that assassination attempt. This is our Sunday Night Market Watch, a special report, as we are seeing history with unfold before our eyes with this latest news. This is the situation at hand and the fallout from it, with a very heated political season we find ourselves in, and it's unfortunate that it has come to this, but I pray for the safety of the president, and I pray for the safety of Vice President Kamala Harris as well. We want all of our elected officials to be safe, no matter what political party they are in or associated with, but nonetheless, here this just comes across the wire to confirm the name of, indeed, of Ryan Wesley Ruth. We don't have anything more than that other than a name. Don't know how old he is, but Donald Trump was only about 300 to 500 yards away. The weapon that was poking through that fence hole was an AK variant, an AK-47. Yes, the photo did show a what's known as a banana-shaped magazine, usually a 30 or 40 round magazine. But he was 300 to 500 yards away from Trump. Secret Service spotted Ruth and opened fire. He did have with him a backpack and a GoPro camera, which means he maybe wanted to try to film what was going to be happening there. The golf club, as in many of these golf clubs, they are surrounded by hedges and the like. So that is indeed what's happening there. So they have hedges so we could very easily hide. Let's see here. Very good. I'm glad you guys are with us here tonight. Special broadcast. We are following some events. We'll kind of keep this going, but we're going to go ahead and move forward. That's the latest that I can give to you on what's happening there. More than likely, you probably already know this anyway, but we'll kind of monitor things as they approach here. I don't think this is going to really affect the markets a whole lot. We are a couple of minutes away from them opening here. This is what it looks like as of Friday. The metals are up tremendously. I think they'll probably continue to climb, as now the betting odds, according to the Fed Watch tool, is a split 50-50 that they might cut rates a half point. If they do cut rates a half point, watch for gold to continue to climb. Watch for silver to push through $31 easy, maybe hit 32. If they only raise, or if they lower rates, I'm sorry, I keep saying raise. If they lower rates a 0.5% or a 1/4 point. Watch for gold and silver to, yes, go down. Both metals, I believe, will go down because we are seeing a baking in of the prices for a 1/4 point drop. But if they raise it, if they lower rates a 0.5 point, watch out. I think gold and silver will continue to climb. So we'll see what happens. Very good. And let's see here. So let's get into some of the comments here. We're gonna go back a little bit, and then we're gonna revisit the markets as they open up. Takes about 2 minutes for them to propagate over on Kitco's site. So bear with me as we do this. We're gonna be going back between the news, between the markets, and these comments. Appreciate all of you guys being here. Everything happens on the weekend. That's right. When markets are closed, it sure does. And I don't think this is gonna have a dramatic impact, but it does seem like that's the case, doesn't it? All right, Fagan Robert says there's just too much silver in the market. Demand lower, I suppose. There is a lot of silver out there, for sure, but the demand is, the supplies are getting a little bit tighter these days. I think it's safe to say that, but I think that's one of the reasons why the prices are up. But there is enough out there that I think maybe that is part of the reason why we're not seeing it and break out as much, especially when demand is lower in some of these areas where the economy is in trouble. Dennis Niemeyer, silver, we got a long way to go. Thanks for this informative video. Yep, that's right. We do have a long way to go for sure. No question about that. Glad you guys are here with us tonight. We got Rocky Superstar Really Cold is here. We got Cybercurtain Twitcher, David Parrish, Mark B. Gold Chick is here. Glad you guys are here. Carrie, good folks with us tonight. Appreciate you being here. I get a little bit of coffee into the system with a slurp before we press on here. Let's do a few more of these and we're going to take a look at the news and markets again here. So Bill Strauss says on this video that I posted about could silver suffer the same fate as what is happening in palladium right now? Very interesting what's going on there. Silver is valuable and useful. It may not ever soar in value, but it will probably always protect you from inflation. I agree with that, Bill. I use silver as a saving method. Also able to buy it way below spot to sell and turn into more gold. Wow. Well, congratulations if you can buy it consistently under spot. That is not easy to do. Evil Cowboy is here. Welcome. Good to see all of you guys. Glad you're here tonight. We are following a story, the breaking news today about an assassination attempt that began at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll get to that here in just a moment. Let's do a few more of these comments. We've got Alan says, I discovered the Flying Burrito Brothers recently. Pedal steel guitar through a fuzz box. Nice. Now a salivate pedal. I like that. Salivate metal and salivate pedal. All right. Eric Cosset says here, he was at Stillwater Mines. I followed them fairly closely, especially a couple decades ago, actually. He was back there in the early 2000s during their labor strike. Back then, it was only plutonium mine in the U.S., the only one. Sadly, even then, it was owned by others besides U.S. company. Well, that acquisition came much later. It was I'm not aware that they were owned by anybody else outside of the United States back then. But anyways, let's see here. Let's see. Niels Han Dynasty is here. Rocky, Trump needs to carry in his golf bags. Yeah, maybe he shouldn't be golfing until or have his own security as well too. This is the latest news here. And by the way, Master Blaster, thank you. Have a blast. The first super chat of the night. This is his first. Thank you, Master Blaster. Really appreciate you. Very kind of you indeed. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. David Parrish is here. Stock Jockey is with us. Appreciate you guys joining us. This is the latest suspect in second Trump assassination attempt identified, as we mentioned, for sure, and it is Ryan Wesley Ruth. Law enforcement have confirmed to Fox News. And Ruth was allegedly armed with an assault rifle. That's the incorrect term. Rifles don't assault people. It's an incorrect term. It was an AK variant. It was outside of Trump International Golf Club while Trump was playing the fifth hole on Sunday afternoon. The fifth hole, by the way, is the most vulnerable spot. So he probably had planned this as well. But again, it was an AK variant. It was not an assault rifle. It's an incorrect language. He was able to push the muzzle of his gun through the chain link fence outside the golf club, according to authorities. He was between 300 to 500 yards away from Trump, which, by the way, this gun did have a scope on it, which means that it's a fairly easy shot. Well, it's not horribly. I mean, it's not as difficult as you might think, especially if no wind. Secret Service spotted Ruth and opened fire. Now, how were they able to do that? Trump was a hole behind. The Secret Service jumps to the next hole to assess the situation there. Let's see here. Yeah, liquid electrum. We did talk about that at the very beginning. The only time that this ever happened was with Gerald Ford. He was sitting president at the time. There was 2 different attempts, and I don't know if it was that close together, but the Ford presidency was not that long, so it very well could have been within 2 months. But regardless, this is the first time that a former president who was president before where this has happened to. So, and things are going to get pretty interesting from now on. But thank you. Thank you, Tom Larson. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed that video. We'll discuss that here later, but thank you. Appreciate that so much. And very good. Let's see. And this is the photo, by the way, and it's not the best one. It was a screenshot from what he held up. I saw the press conference when they held up, so very hard to see, but you can see there is the magazine. It's a banana-style magazine. This is the scope behind it, and it's obviously a dark photo. They should have put the flash on so we could see the details of it. But there's the backpack, GoPro, everything was set up so that it could be filmed and posted. But they have arrested, obviously, Ryan Wesley Ruth through surveillance methods. They used a drone as well as license plate readers. Those are going up everywhere. It's crazy. Let's see here. Let's see. Very good. So glad you guys are with us tonight. We are following breaking news detailing the attempt on President Trump's life for the second time now. And that is the pictures here. So reactions that we've seen from some folks out there. He's safe following gunshots in his vicinity that were fired by Secret Service. But nonetheless, the markets are open now. So that is our main focus here to see. And they are up. And it's actually a fairly good clip tonight for silver. Silver's up a nickel right out of the starting gate here to $30.85. We may see $31 silver, and I don't know it could happen tonight, but we could see that this week, especially as this is the week that the Federal Reserve will make its decision to either cut a quarter point or a half point. It's 50-50 odds right now, according to the Fed Watch tool. So I think if they cut a half point, well, we'll see silver probably climb up maybe even to $32 an ounce. If they cut a quarter point, watch for silver to go down. That's right. I think this is being hyped up, thinking there's a possibility. So the markets are reacting to that. Silver will go down. I think gold will as well. But gold is up 50 cents tonight to $2,579.20. Silver at $30.85. Platinum is also coming out a little bit, up $2 tonight. Both platinum and palladium are over $1,000 now, for sure. And that is it's a big move there. And palladium overtaking platinum again. So there it is. Okay. Yeah. Stock Jockey, I misspoke earlier. I sometimes, for some reason, I get my words mixed up. I said raise rates. I don't think they're going to raise rates. But if they were to raise rates, gold and silver would absolutely crash. Because it would be so unexpected. It would be a flash crash of precious metals if they were to do that. But it would be temporary. I'll just say that. Very good. Let's see here. Pistol Pete, it very well could be a political stunt. You never know. It's hard to say. Although this golf outing was not. Let me repeat. This golf outing was not on Trump's official schedule. So he had to be followed. He had to either know, or it was just some strange coincidence. I think this thing, whether or not it's a political stunt or not, the fact that this guy's life was in danger, knowing that the Secret Service would shoot at him, I think it's something a little bit bigger than that. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyways, let's see here. But good to see you guys. Glad you're here. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's Move ahead here, we can see that silver is continuing to climb now. It's now up 7 cents here. Really quickly out of the starting gate here, the markets. I don't think these movements in gold and silver prices are a reaction to what happened today. But anyways, all right, let's see here. Okay, let's get into some more comments now. John Knox says on this video that I did this morning, if you guys get a chance to see it, will silver suffer the same fate that we're seeing palladium? The big news about palladium, and it's in this video here, is probably good news for platinum, palladium, and rhodium. As a company that gets a platinum discovery or mine outside of South Africa, Russia, in a stable jurisdiction will likely do very well in the years ahead. Well, we are. That's it. Stillwater is it. That is the stable mine. It's just they can't afford to do it because the prices have plunged so much. Now, this recent price increase, this recent move that we saw just last week, affected platinum and palladium as well. So they're not gone yet, but they're the closest thing to a stable jurisdiction we're going to see outside of South Africa and Russia. All right, very good. Let's see here. We've got Michael K, who is with us tonight. Good to see Michael K. Yes, it is sad for the workers that have been laid off. That's a pretty big deal, and that is really the bigger part of the story. You're exactly right. Miles Sakayu, 8819, says the following here. I use Kitco for spot, etc. These dealers that use the futures prices or some derivatives, they are padding their margin. Yep, I think people need to take that into account. Exactly, I agree, and I do when I make my purchase. Hulkaloogie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. $1.99 super chat, very kind of you indeed. Here on Sunday nights, because it's so busy, I typically don't pause to do push-ups, but on Tuesday and Friday I do, and I appreciate it. So let's see here. Brian McDaniel says, jobs in Montana are not easily found. I wish them the best with them. Yes, you're right. It's a more sparsely populated area, tough to find work, and I hope they can find something soon. All right. So before we get to the markets again, let's take a look and see if there's any newest information that has popped in here about the assassination attempt. It's still from 22 minutes ago, so nothing new there that we're looking at here. The suspect's name, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, is Ryan Wesley Ruth. And we're probably going to get a lot of information before it's actually confirmed it's exactly to what extent or to his description of what his philosophy is, social media presence, age, that type of thing. We just don't know. We know it is male, and his name is Ryan Wesley Ruth. And, the thing is, when they release these names, likely their social media profiles have already been locked down. They could do it that quick. They find stuff, especially if they got his phone, find his accounts. All they got to do is make a call into X or Facebook or Snapchat or wherever social media presence he's got, Instagram, and they lock those profiles down so they can archive them and take them, because they don't want information being put out there. They don't want you to know things for a lot of different reasons. And we know one of the big reasons why they don't want you to know it, as we have seen from the shooter in Nashville at the Christian school, the trans shooter. Also, the shooter at Butler, Pennsylvania. We know nothing about that guy. And there's a reason. There's a reason. Sir Mortimer Sell is here. Turn those machines back on. Thank you. That's right. Turn them back on. We want them back on. Oh, my goodness gracious. Very good to see you. Cole Marsh is here. Yep, Scrubbed is exactly right. The lovely Terrell is with us. Lovely and talented, by the way. You should check out Terrell's channel. She's amazing. A great artist. And good to see Annie Oakley is with us, as well as Big J and Carrie Taryn and Bill 457. Glad you guys are here. So there's what it is. Now let's take a look at the markets one more time real quickly here. So there we go. Silver's back now to being up 5 cents. Gold up 20 cents, $30.85 for silver. Gold up 20 cents to $2,578.90. So there we go. All being said and done, these are normal market moves. Continued anticipation that the Federal Reserve could lower rates by 0.5 percentage point. Thank you, Liquid Electrum. Very kind of you indeed. By the way, as these super chats come in, give them some love. Press that thumbs up button and respond to them personally and thank them. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Liquid Electrum. Good to see you. Montana Stacker is here. He's probably very aware of what's going on at the Stillwater mines. Yes, indeed. And thank you to JM Unleashed. JM Unleashed, great member of the community. We love JM. He posted a link to Terrell's channel as well, and I appreciate you doing that, sir. As we press on here with some more comments, we're going to be revisiting the news, the markets, and your comments. And I appreciate you guys being here with me on this historic night, really, in a sense. Thank God the president is okay. Donald Trump. Platinum and palladium says, as Welke are interchangeable in the industry. Well, not totally. They are interchangeable to some degree, but it takes some retooling and a lot of effort to make that happen. There's no replacement for silver. Nothing even comes close to silver's ability to conduct electricity. Well, that's not fully true. Silver is the best conductor of electricity, hands down. But copper is not too far behind, and gold is even closer than that to being electrical conductor. It's just that gold's a lot more expensive. But silver has 10,000 other jobs on top of that. And you're right about that. Exactly right about that. Gold doesn't come close to silver when it comes to working. Well, mainly because of the rarity and the cost, for sure. All right, very good. Good to see Goldfinger. Welcome. I'm glad you guys are with us tonight. And let's go over here to, as Welk also says, the self-healing properties of silver is nothing new. It's electrical. We always knew that because silver is the only metal that gets a better connection to electricity over time. Other metals can do that. It is the best conductor of electricity, no question about that. All right, let's see. All right, we got this comment, and then we'll go back to the news, and then we'll get back to the markets. A lot happening tonight, for sure. But before we get to that, I want to thank Mark Razor. Very kind of you for a $2 super chat there. We never see big moves on Sunday. Actually, that's not true. We have seen some pretty big moves on these market watches before. Some of them have been glitches. Some of them have been genuine. We've seen gold reach all-time highs live on this broadcast. One time I had to come right back in because it happened right after I got done broadcasting. But yes, it has happened. It's not often, but it does happen. So thank you again, Mark Razor. Appreciate that. And thanks to Tucson Bubba for the slurp, for the $5 super chat for Sal's Beer or Coffee Fund. Thank you. After this news day, I probably could use a beer to calm me down. But thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And appreciate you guys thumbing up those super chats. Very kind of you indeed. Thanks for the support. So, Paul Fay. Sal, we appreciate your hard work. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's worth it for you guys, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch. I have a theory about silver that I thought I'd run by you. People gradually lost faith in silver's money in a 3-decade period from the 80s to 2000s because they figured out how to make crazy profits using economic and currency gimmickry. Of course, this 3-decade drought for silver is just a blip when compared to the entire history of silver's money. But it seems like forever to us. Now I'm getting to the feeling that every day people are beginning to understand the limitations of the fiat currency, gimmickry, and rediscovering that silver has always been. The road will take longer and be filled with temporary setbacks along the way, but we are all beginning to see the limitations of fake money. We know where this is all headed. We just need to know the timetable. People should buy the dips, put their silver away, and just forget that they own it. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're right. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. In fact, it's not a get-rich thing at all. It's not a get-rich thing at all, much less get it quick. It's preserving the riches you already have. That's really all it is. It's an insurance policy. But I will say this, too. The reason why people lost faith in silver as money is because the government stopped using it as money. That's the only reason. And so they've been conditioned and programmed. People saved it. Some of it, they hoarded it afterwards, and rightfully so, because it went up in value, and then people forgot about it as generations came through. Only takes a few generations to forget by most of the population. But here we are now. More and more people are waking up to silver. I think that's a wonderful thing, and very, very good. So we'll see here. All right. Let's see. Let's press on now to the next comment in our exchange here. We've got this from Carrie Taryn. Says the following. He says, I believe this is just the beginning of a massive layoffs from big companies. It could be. There are UPSs laying off. I don't know. I think like 50,000 people. That's pretty big. Other companies that we've seen over the years have laid off, and it's not really made headline news. But it's sad for all the workers who have to endure it. I've been there and done that, and it does suck. I'm with you. I have too. Grew up watching my dad having to go through them as well. Big companies just don't care about the workers, taking pensions and paying crap when profits are high, and executives get raises and bonuses just like a government. It's always a little guy that gets screwed. Yep. That's why it's always good to be fiscally responsible and protect yourself in case of an emergency. An emergency can come in various different forms, including unemployment. There we go. Sell Mortimer Sell, thank you. $1.99 super chat. Every day is like Sunday, says Morrissey. That's right. From Morrissey, thank you so much. All right, let's take a look here. See if there's anything new that's popped in. This is from 30 minutes ago, so let's see. We have anything new? Nothing new yet. Like I said, this happened earlier in the day, and we were starting to get details coming through fairly quickly, and now we're kind of at a point where it's kind of lulled a bit. But yes, indeed, we can see here that from Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, he had a statement. It says, Gwen and I are glad to hear that Donald Trump is safe. He wrote on X, violence has no place in our country. It's not who we are as a nation. And that was very close to the same statement that was given by Kamala Harris as well. And assassination attempt, political violence, none of it is appropriate for sure, no matter what. The thing is that a lot of rhetoric that is happening out there really is contributing to some of this. And, they were blaming Donald Trump for saying, I hate Taylor Swift. And I think it was a horrible thing for him to say. It does no good. It doesn't help his campaign. It's totally useless to say you hate somebody. But people were before this, just maybe an hour or so before this, people were saying that means that's hate speech, and you're saying that's close to assassination, a threat or something like that, or people going to do violence or whatever. Come on, look at the stuff that they say about Donald Trump. They liken him to being the threat to democracy, to being Hitler. You tell me that's not gonna incite violence, and they're blaming Donald Trump for inciting violence for saying I hate Taylor Swift. Again, I think that's a horrible thing to say and totally unnecessary. He shouldn't have tweeted that or truth to that. But nonetheless, it's ridiculous. I wish Trump wouldn't have said that. It's just unnecessary. It doesn't help his campaign. And just some things you got to keep to yourself. But it is what it is. All right. 420, thank you. Cole Marsh, appreciate it. $2 Canadian Super Chat. Thank you so much. All right, very good. Red Crawler says Tucker called it a long time ago for 2 attempts. Yes, indeed. Yep, that's right, John Knox. We see that most from the left. Yep, that's right. I just wish Trump wouldn't engage. Trump needs to just focus on the economy, focus on immigration, focus on national security, focus on the things that really, really matter. And Taylor Swift, in the grand scheme of things, she did endorse Kamala Harris, but hey, that's her prerogative, and he should just ignore it and move on. And it's going to be a challenge because she's got a lot of fans, but there's things he can do that really matter to Americans that he can focus his time and energy on, and he is. But nonetheless, all right, very good. Let's see. All right, very good. Let's see here. Yeah, B.R. Williams. I'm not a Swiftie, but I will say this. I do respect her for writing her own music. I think she's talented. And, I'm not one of those that's going to hate somebody because of their political viewpoints. I recognize talent when I see it. And so I'm not going to, speak ill will of her by any stretch. Good grief. Ted Nugent's very outspoken too, but he's an awesome guitar player. And I love Ted Nugent's views. I love that he endorses Trump. So anyways, but all right. But I'm not going to speak any ill will of Taylor Swift. She works hard and she is and she's talented. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Let's just refresh this to see if there's anything that's popped in here new, and it looks like nothing new as of yet. But we'll keep an eye on this See what happens. Very good. Rocky says I could sing like Taylor Swift. No, you've heard me my singing. I'm not nearly as good as Taylor Swift. Let's see here. Let's see. Very, very good. And let's see. So let's get over here to the markets. All right, look at this. Look at this, folks. A little bit of a move in the other direction. Silver's trying to hold on a little bit here, but gold is now down slightly. Down, maybe the Fed tool is, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to see if I'm going to look something up here. Let's see here. But gold down 20 cents to $2,578.50. Silver now up 3 cents, $30.82. So there's some resistance on silver from moving down, but we may see it move in a negative territory. We'll see here. Platinum and palladium. Palladium fell $7 right there. Very good. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to check something off site here. I'm looking at the Fed Watch tool. I don't know if this stuff updates over the weekend or not. Whoa. All right, I'm looking at this. You can't see this, but I'm looking at it. There is a 52% chance. This is the first time I've seen this. A 52% chance of a half-point cut by the Fed now. Only a 48% chance of a quarter-point cut. Wow, that's new. That's interesting. I still think it's going to be a quarter point. I don't think they're going to be, but they could. They could really try to remember, this is purely political. They need to overwhelm any kind of stimulus before the election, and I think this will probably do it. Of course, that will reignite inflation again as well. And keep that in mind too. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right, so let's get back into these markets. In these comments, rather. Text Devil Dog chimes in and says the following. The Fed wants to devalue the dollar by only 2% a year, but they're still over that 2% target. They will make the mistake of cutting rates and reignite inflation. Oh, whoa! A guy read my mind. I just said that. I agree. I think it's a mistake. Dates at all, really. When you think about it, we need us to continue the tightening. But the thing is, even before they cut rates, the Federal Reserve has still been printing money. And they have to print money in order to get what they need from this legislation that has been passing. They're sending billions to Ukraine. We're spending money on all these programs and from this legislation. We've still not spent money from the original COVID. It's just insane. It's insane. All right. Jeff Nelson says, nice chunky bars. Bad news for our economy reflects on industrial metals for sure. Lots of info today on the mining and the PMs. We stack. Thanks, Al. Thank you so much, Jeff. Appreciate you noticing that and watching that. As Welke says here, the following, there are more gold mines than there are silver mines. And when you watch them pan for gold in the streams, you never see them find silver unless it's a coin. So you have to question authority and use your own brain. But it seems to me gold is more abundant, and it is a lie. Yes, it is a lie that gold is more abundant. That is definitely a lie. But I know that's a psychological game. But if you watch the miners, you will see that they find more gold than they find silver. Well, that's not true either. They find a hell of a lot more silver than they do gold. You are right that there are more gold mines than silver mines. But silver is mainly mined as a byproduct of other metals. That's the deal. That's why there's a lot of silver mined out there. The vast majority of silver is mined as a byproduct of other metals, including gold mines. There's silver that's mined as a byproduct of gold. So anyways, I personally think that they lie about gold and what they say they don't find any because they don't want to pay taxes on it. But gold is not as rare as they say, at least not compared to silver. Silver is very rare. Well, it's the opposite. They say 8-1 with gold, but I never see them find any silver nuggets. That's right, because that's not how way silver is in the ground. You know, through the history of mankind, you don't really see silver nuggets. It's extremely rare, but there's a lot of silver in the Earth's crust. The amount of silver in the Earth's crust is about 7 to 8-1 in the Earth's crust, and so there's that. Anyways, there are a lot more and strictly gold. There are strictly after silver mines. So silver is very rare. Well, as Welk, I think you're misguided. As I said, the vast majority of silver is mined as a byproduct, and I've covered that multiple times on this channel. So don't believe that silver is any rarer than gold. It never has been, never will be. That's a fallacy that's been put out by several content creators and analysts out there. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. All right, Silver Drill Pickle is here. Good to see you, SDP. Welcome. Good to see you. A lot of good folks here tonight. I apologize if I can't say hello to you quickly. A lot going on here tonight. We got a lot of news to cover, as well as the markets. We're going to answer this comment from Master Blaster, who sent his first super chat tonight, and I appreciate that very much again. Says, yes, I have PMs for a hedge against inflation, but I enjoy stacking, and it brings me a peace of mind. Also, we have Sal, the live chat, and Yankee, which makes it a blast. Yes, indeed. All right, definitely. You guys are awesome. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Choking Ghost is here. Cemetery Shop is here. Glad you guys are with us. So with Liquid Electrum and one species. Okay. Now, very good. Let's take a look and see if what the markets are doing now. A little bit of a reversal that we've seen here tonight. They were up and now they're going down, but now gold has flatlined again, so it's trying to hang in there. But it's up very good. Let's see here. Silver up 3 cents. Platinum down 1. Palladium down 4. Very good. And let's see. So there's where that is. Let's see what we've got here. And the latest news. So far, no new updates. This last update was from 41 minutes ago. It's like there's I did watch a press conference, and there was they said they were going to tell us everything they knew. So that was the last thing. So nothing new. The last thing we got was the name Ryan Wesley Ruth, and but of course, tight-lipped about any details or about him. But we'll see. Very good. Let's see. Okay, so WTU says, so there is an X account for him, but is it the Ryan Wesley Ruth? He's got a lot of posts writing about Ukraine, but is it the one? I don't know. How many Ryan Wesley Ruths are there? I don't know. But anyways, let's see here. Because my guess is they probably shut that account down, as my guess. And good to see you guys. And very good. So there's the news there. Anything new, we'll pop in. We'll get to it. We've got Robert Dudley. Says this. Is someone paying you to make these negative videos on the price of silver? No. I'm being realistic about silver. Silver is the best metal in the world for industrial purposes. So we all know that companies for solar, batteries, electronics, and much more will continue to drive demand higher. This brings us back to your BS video title. No one wants to hear or read negative outlooks for silver when we're all clearly stickers for silver. So again, who is paying you to make these negative videos, and how does it feel to be a sellout helping these criminals manipulate the price? Oh my gosh, Robert Dudley. Come on, man. Good grief. Well, Dean R. had a good response. I appreciate that. I'm realistic about silver. Silver could move in a number of different directions. And I answered the question exactly in the first title. Could silver suffer the same fate as this metal? I said no. Watch the video, Robert Dudley. These people have some of these people make comments just based off the title alone. They don't watch the video. They don't pay any attention. They don't look at nuance. They pay no attention to what I say. They just automatically accuse me of being a shill for somebody. Who would it be? Is JP Morgan paying me? Oh my goodness gracious. Some people are just so stupid. All right. And that's the only way I can assign to Robert Dudley here. Let's see what this guy's channel, let's see what he's got going on here. When did he sign up? So, I don't know. He must have come in from the Silver Squeeze and maybe just, I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. But anyways, let's see. All right. Now, we've got Raider Drew says this: the manipulation is a gift to all stackers, especially new stackers. Buy now more than ever. It's even nearly a price at the true value, well over triple-digit silver, easily without all the manipulation to laugh. And they will buy with excitement and conviction. In the long run, you will be handsomely rewarded. Do not bet on that. That's a fool's errand way of thinking. Do not think that the manipulation, if you believe in a manipulation, and if there's manipulation is a very generalized term, by the way, is going to just automatically create just triple-digit silver. Not going to happen. If we see triple-digit silver, we're in real trouble in more ways than one. But anyways, I'm working for the Fed. That's right, Red Crawler. You got it. Thank you, David McKenzie. Good to see you, David, by the way. Thank you, Red Crawler. Appreciate that, brother. $1.99 super chat. It is a disservice to me. It is a disservice to me to not cover all sides of the issue. I have very strong opinions on a lot of different things, including silver, by the way. But it is a disservice to you if I'm always just positive or always just negative about silver. And the thing is I'm not a professional analyst either. But I don't think I have to be. I've been in the market. I've seen the markets and watched them long enough to know some of the trends, know how psychology works in the markets. But I'm also a realist. You got to be real. It is a disservice to not be real. And why is this? Well, because silver, it sells itself. It's its own thing. It's proven itself time and time again to be a wealth preservation device. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. All right. Let's see. DD Prepper has got some algorithmic emoticons here. Appreciate that. All right. That's right. And CCT's got a very strong opinion on fake silver. And look at this. Thousandaire Radio is here with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you, Thousandaire. Appreciate that, my friend. Very cool. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Check out Thousandaire Radio's channel, by the way. Always got some good stuff over there. I always love what his thoughts are with regards to precious metals and how he's doing the 50 pesos journey. He's got a real good plan for stacking. Yes, indeed. I will not eat your pets, but I will eat the chickens. Yes, I will do. But they got to be cooked. And here's the other thing too, Stock Jockey. This is a little secret. I'm going to slurp first. When it comes to chickens, I'm a breast man. I like chicken boobies. Yep, I like chicken breast. I love the white meat. Does that make me racist? No, it does not. It tastes good. It's a little bit drier, but it just has that nice flavor. I like it. I like it. All right, let's see. Where are we going here? Brian Kodala says, silver solder too for copper pipes. Yep, that's right. Silver is used in solder as well. You're exactly right. Because of all this lead-free laws, I don't hear too many people talking about how silver is used in plumbing and AC units. In AC units, the high-pressure lines need silver solder to seal them. Lead won't be strong enough. Good point. Very, very true. I don't know how much silver is used in that, but there's a lot of different uses. Like I said, many thousands of uses for silver, for sure. All right. Let's see here. And we've got here Red Crawler. In my opinion, 1/10 ounce gold will equal close to 10 ounces of silver as gold increases in value. Yes, I see that for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. And Gold Chick says, yep, on this. He's the chick. Oh, yeah. Very good. Liquid Electrum spent 4 years in Silver College and get a silver PhD, and still you will not have sales experience in the metals game. Oh, man. Well, thank you, my friend. I still have a lot to learn. There's a lot of different things going on. I don't understand all of the options market, the commitment of traders report. I think that stuff is, in a sense, unnecessarily vague. But anyways, I digress. There we go. Let's see here. All right. Let's do one more. Then we're going to take a look at the stories, and then we're going to take a look at the markets. Love the content. Nice intro screen too, by the way. Thank you, Plux. I appreciate that very much. Now let's take a look here at the markets. They are okay. Look at this. Gold and silver are back up again. Silver's up 4 cents. It never actually went down into the red, but it was up only 3 a moment ago. But now it's up 4 cents. Gold is up 40 cents right now. $2,579.10. So marginal movements in the markets now tonight. We had a little bit of a, it usually happens at the beginning of a market watch. As soon as the markets open, it's a little bit of of spurring on, I guess, from the trading overnight. So they move up or down pretty radically, but then they consolidate fairly quickly. And this just goes to show you that the news about the assassination attempt, the second one on President Trump's life, had little effect on the markets as I predicted. In fact, there's been no update for 50 minutes now. So I don't know what's happening here. What I might do is I might go back out to the main page and see if there's another page on it. But let's see here. He is in custody, identified. Let's see here. So back to the same page. So we'll keep an eye on this page, but nothing new there. And again, looking again at the markets, gold is up 50 cents right now. Silver up 8 cents. So look at that. Silver is now starting to climb up a little bit more now. Look at this. Something else indeed, for sure. Oh, yeah. Very good. Let's get back here to the comments now. We've got the DD Prepper chiming in, saying the following here. Make Mexico great again, he says here. Silver, the next tier 1 asset, thumbs up. Thank you. Silver does come a lot from Mexico. And there's talk that they may nationalize those mines down there. Very good. Let's see here. And very good. Let's press on as I slurp away through. I'm going to catch the next comment here. By the way, good to see Sign Up is here. C130 is with us, as well as Mark B. And DD Prepper also says, I think I'll get me one of those signs and stand on the street corner that says I work for silver. Now, there you go. Yeah. I mean, a good way to kind of spread the message about silver. You want silver? Yeah, go to the local coin shop and get me a mercury dime, and I'll do some work for you. All right. And Cold Dead Hand says, if you are frustrated by silver's low price, then the problem is your own lack of understanding. Nobody is making you buy silver. Nobody's making you hold silver. But if you don't, then you'll regret it. Yep. Silver's price will fluctuate, and it will protect your wealth over the long course of time. We have higher lows and higher highs with silver these days, especially since March of this year. So even aside from that, even would have stayed relatively flat. It's depending on when you buy, it will protect your wealth. Because there have been literally a whole decade where silver didn't do much in terms of the price movement. And that could happen again, although I kind of doubt it in this hyperbolic environment we find ourselves in. Steve LaPointe is here. Good to see Paul Tissue as well. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. We've got Compman says, good one. Thanks for reminding me of platinum as another precious metals to keep on hand. It sure is. By the way, I'm curious about his Insane Inside. I like that. Insane Inside. I like that. It's pretty cool. Silverboy Blues is singing the blues. Oh, yeah. He says here, appreciate the video, Sal, and I agree that silver doesn't have the type of risk or fate. I'm confused, however, because I have been asking creators for a few weeks now why palladium is actually going up more and faster in price than platinum in the past few weeks, and no one has responded. It actually costs more than platinum now, and that trend has been occurring for the past few weeks, and perhaps even a month. I do know that palladium typically has more volatility, even more than platinum I've heard, but I watch the Kitco prices every day, and out of curiosity, please let me know if you find out about this and find anything. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you do for the community. Well, Silverboy Blues, you'll have to hear this response here in this live stream. It is more volatile. It is rarer also than platinum, and there's a lot of things that can affect it, including what's going on in South Africa and Russia right now. So in a way, it does not surprise me. In fact, really, it's only been for maybe a week or so, or a couple weeks, where palladium has been lower than platinum. But right now, these metals have been trading fairly close together. But as you can see, it is about $83 higher than platinum in the ask price, even wider and less of a range though in the bid price. So they're right about the same. So they move pretty much kind of in the same manner or form, but as you can see here, it's palladium's down 6, just more volatile. It's a more rare precious metal. So that means that the market dynamics are going to have a wider impact on palladium than platinum for that very reason. So I think that's the best explanation I can give for that. A good question. And the Mr. Modern Monkey says, any tips on storing for 30 years? You just kept in plastic slip. Well, if it's a non-PVC plastic flip, then that's the best way to do it. You don't want any chemicals approaching your gold or anything like that. So store in a cool, dry place, and keep it in a plastic flip that is, or capsules that are non-PVC. Dan W, thank you so much for the $5 super chat for the new car fund, and thank you, my friend. Appreciate that, Dan, so much. Good to see you. All right, we're keeping an eye on a couple of things here in the news. We're going to look and see if there's anything else that's popped in. We're going on in about an hour with no new information, but I'm going to sum this up for you, what's going on here. There has been a suspect that has been detained. That is Ryan Wesley Ruth, and he's been arrested. Law enforcement has confirmed he was allegedly armed with, they mistakenly call an assault rifle. It is an AK variant rifle with what appears to be a 30-round clip or 40-round clip or magazine outside of Trump International Golf Club while Trump was playing the 5th hole on Sunday afternoon. In fact, I think he was on the 4th hole going to the 5th hole when this occurred. He was able to push the muzzle of his gun through the chain link fence outside of the golf club, according to authorities. He was about between 300 and 500 yards away from Trump when this occurred, when the Secret Service spotted him and opened fire after seeing that muzzle pop through. He was able to get away, but was later stopped by authorities and arrested. He was found with 2 backpacks and a GoPro camera. The rifle was recovered from the bushes outside of the golf course, and I think the GoPro was there as well, too. We'll take a look at the picture in a second. This is the second attempt on Trump's life in 2 months. Thankfully, he's okay, not even grazed. And this is the photo, grainy, just showing there. It's a picture from the press conference that I saw. There's the backpack. That looks to be the GoPro in the fence there. And that's another bag or something. And there's the rifle. You can see there's the banana magazine there. And this is the scope. There was a scope on it. So they were ready to go. All right. Let's see. Sheriff's deputies shared this photo of the AK-47 style gun and backpacks along with the fence of the Trump International Golf Club following this assassination attempt, second one. Palm Beach County Rick Bradshaw held up the photos during the afternoon press conference, and so they've arrested Ryan Wesley Ruth, and very good. So that is the latest and greatest. We'll keep an eye on it in case anything develops since then, but we're now coming up on an hour with no news, no new news. Rocky Superstar, the reason why the picture is bad is because, number one, the lighting that was there was such that the sun was coming in, so, and there was shadows there, so they should have put a flash on it to get good details, but in hurrying to make that happen, it didn't work out. And that is a photo of him holding up a printout from the photo from a camera at the press conference. So that's another reason why. Very good. Mark Razor said there's hardly any volume, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why the prices are not up, although now silver's up 11 cents. And we're going to see what the volume looks like at the top of the hour. But yes, indeed. Very good. And Stephanie S. is here with us. Good to see Stephanie. TH is here. All right, let's see here. Thankfully, they have the suspect in custody, but do not look for any information. Whatever information they do not want released will not be released. Keep that in mind, especially if it involves any kind of association with any organization that is tied to the political opposition. I'll just put it to you that way. Very good. Okay, let's see. We've got here from Astro Club, palladium has a very limited uses like catalytic converter. Silver has 1,001 uses with more growing every day. Indeed, it does. That's right. And Rude Awakening says, if demand continues and the supply continues to dwindle, then this multi-year silver deficit will squeeze the silver commodity all by itself. That's exactly right. That's how it's going to happen. Increased demand, they cannot stop it. If the prices will have no choice but to go up in time, for sure. And let's see here. Silver Wolverine is here. Good to see Silver Wolverine back in action. He's posted a video recently. Check it out about the Morgan and Peace dollars. And let's see here. KDB Silver. Whenever we start mining the asteroid belt for precious metals, I will sell my silver. Well, that means you're never going to sell your silver, KDB Silver, because that is several lifetimes away before that's ever a thing. I'm a jig. I'm a bob. Yeah, what is that, Helter Skelter? Most have them 3 names. I guess the middle name. Most people have 3 names, right? I guess that's the case. Donald John Trump, is he a shooter? What is Kamala's middle name? Does anybody know what Kamala's middle name? I didn't look that up. Let me just see if I can find it real quick. It's always good to know the middle names of our presidential candidates. Kamala Devi Harris. That's funny. Kamala Devi Harris. I kid you not. Kamala Devi Harris. What letter is missing? Yeah, it's not toe. Kamala Devi Harris. L. The L is missing. Kamala Devil Harris. Oh my goodness gracious. It's pronounced Davy. I can't do this phonetic thing here. Doesn't tell me. It's D-E-I-V-I. Davy. Kamala Davy Harris. Devil. Oh my goodness gracious. Kamala Devil Harris. Anyways, all right. Oh, I'm kidding. Let's see here where we are at. Let's get over here. See who is with us tonight. A lot of good folks. Appreciate you being here in our market watch. I'm going to get to that. Bullion Bandit says here about the news from the United States Mint. New privy mark coming on an American Silver Eagle. It's going to be a 5-pointed star. Well, here comes a $60 dealer bondoggle. Wow, it's a star. Why now it's a Mint collaborating with a private company? It seems kind of strange. Yep, indeed it does. It seems like it is a little bit odd. For the United States Mint anyways. Let's see here. All right. Very good. Glad you guys are here with us tonight. And let's see what we've got happening. Bill says, silver has been undervalued for a long time. We are way overdue for an adjustment. Yeah. Well, and the thing is I think that adjustment began in March. I really do. I believe that adjustment began in March. Cemetery Shop here on about the gold reaching all-time high, but what it did not do. Let's see here. It says here, it's been an interesting ride lately. I've had circumstances forcing me to hold up on buying. It's okay to sit back and watch for a while. I'm glad you made that distinction about spot price discrepancies. It's sometimes funny when people correct you with the bogus information. Yep. It's because I see it, especially the futures market, and people say, "Well, it did cross 2,600. You didn't talk about it going over $2,600." Never happened. Silver Heist is here. Good to see you. All right, the change will do me some good. Great joke. That's the dad silver joke of the day on Silver Heist video. Check it out. And he's doing very well with that video, by the way. Pushing like 18,000 views now on that. Great job, Silver Heist. That's awesome. Dean R says, love seeing all the beautiful coins and bullion. Another interesting, informative video. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate you. I don't know where Tony Erickson is tonight. I hope he's doing well. In fact, is Dean still here? Very good. All right. Let's see here. And we've got Richard Metcalf. Pretty amazing. Thank you on this video about the security feature. I sure would like to know how they do that. Is it struck on the bar afterwards or during the manufacturing of the bar itself? A great little toy you have there. I don't know. It's a good question. It looks like It almost looks like it could be laser etched in there. But yeah, it's something else. But very, very good. And thank you to Jam Unleashed for posting a link to Silver Heist channel. I'm going to see Brandon Rogers with us as well. And let's see here. Mr. Mystery Guest says this. I'd have to agree with the hard no. See, he watched. It only takes just a minute to watch to find out the answer sometimes when you watch a video. Oh, man, Tony's struggling with some medical. All right, we pray for him. He's had a time lately. I hope he's okay. Pray he's all right. We love Tony Erickson. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that for the update. Yes, pray for his well-being and that he gets back on his feet again. Yes, indeed. Anyways, Mr. Mystery Guest says, I believe we will be seeing prices never before seen sooner than we think, and most humans won't understand and will miss out. 10% days are coming soon. Whoa, quite a prediction. We shall see. I don't think that's going to happen that way, but I'm also leaving open the possibility that we could see some pretty big moves with silver. But I think the big move for silver would be a move to $35 an ounce by the end of the year, which is what I predicted. Right now, that is a pretty bold prediction, considering that silver gets knocked back down into the $28, $27 range from time to time. All right. Yep, Silver Wolverine, that sure is the case. I agree with that. However, it's really, really close. And people just need to register to vote and see if you can get your friends to register to vote. And we need to save the country. It is without a doubt the most important election. And so far, sadly, they are winning in the I guess, yeah, I can't think of another way to say it, in the propaganda game. They are winning. And let's see here. All right, and Southside Frankie says, Sal, silver has done very well, and indeed it has. Gold so far has always performed better than silver. COVID hit silver, but silver has picked up. The good old days of $13 silver looks like it's gone forever. That's right. My silver investment has gone up loads, and I'm still buying silver. Very good. Exactly. All right, let's take a look at the markets now, shall we? Silver is actually doing fairly good tonight, even with the volume of trading where it is. And we're going to check that volume here in a moment, because that will be important to see why it's going up 14 cents in an hour. It's pretty good. Let's see here. Senate will be Republican. House is a toss-up. Wow. Yes, indeed. Yes, ABC is a joke. And I heard a story that there the terms that were set with ABC through some documentations and some whistleblower, but details of that are a little bit sketchy now. But yes, indeed. I hope that story blows wide open if it does. Let's see here. Okay, so gold is up $2 right now. $2,580.70, folks. That is a new, well, it's a pretty close to an all-time high. I think the high that we saw Friday was $2,585. Silver is up 14 cents, 0.47%. Platinum is down $1. Palladium down $4. Platinum group metals are down slightly, and we've got the gold and silver precious metals up. In fact, we're close enough now to the top of the hour. We're going to look at the volume for silver. I'm very curious about this. We can see that the volume is really low. Mark Razor was right. And look at this, very low volume, and look at that, up, 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 low volume. This is the volume here, as pointed out to me by JM Unleashed some time ago. Low volume, and it just goes up, 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 up. What's up with that, right? What's going on with that? Low volume since the market opened here. And I wish they would do these. These are UTC time, -4, 1857. I guess that's a, where are we at? 1904. And 1904, that would be, what is that in military time? So anyways, but yeah, this is where it is. Crazy. That is silver. Let's take a look at gold. Fairly low volume here as well, and it's going up, up, up. I mean, you know, not up tremendously, but it is up there. There it is. Wow. Crazy, crazy. I guess, is this aftermarket trading? I don't know. I don't know how that works, but anyways. 24-hour clock, almost 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, I figured it was, yeah, I was trying to just figure that math in my head. I knew it was military time. I'm just trying to think here. Almost 7 p.m. Eastern, but this is showing after. This is showing 1904. That's why I didn't understand it. But this is showing 1857, which is 6:57 p.m. So why is this showing 1903, 1904? That's what I don't get. That's why I was looking at that. Anyways, weird. Anyways, such as life. All right. Very good. But they're up. Silver's now up 16 cents. A half a percentage point in an hour with no trading. What does that tell you? Some people can interpret that as being, well, since it's not being manipulated, true price discovery is probably what some will say. I don't think that's the case, but anyways, very good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's what's happening. I don't know. I guess just enough people are buying with that low volume to cause it go up. I don't know. Let's see here. Where are we at? Okay, let's see here. We've got user says this. Gold over the past year has increased by 33.89%. Silver may be seen as not being as valuable as gold, but silver is as valuable. Silver up by 32.92% per ounce. Silver is a much lower entry price point considering the premiums to buy fractional gold. Silver has delivered even better returns than gold, but the majority of stackers, when buying a full ounce of gold, is way too expensive. Can't argue with that. You're right. Depending on how and the strategy you buy it, its move by a percentage, and this is kind of a testament to what we're seeing here. Right now, a 16-cent move in a 1 ounce of gold up 0.52%. If you have a lot of silver ounces, you've made a pretty good amount of money just in an hour's worth of time. Example. Have a good night, Rocky Superstar. Appreciate you, brother. Good to see you. Thank you, brother, for being here. Appreciate that. And gold is up $2, just 0.08%. It's a good post there. And Armando Reyes says, here, ask the question to folks in the community. Who here expects or wants the price of silver to be based on a worthless U.S. dollar? It's the only choice. It's the only option we have, unless you want to use Canadian dollars or euros or some other currency, yen. Also, who wants to pay $45 to $55 for an ounce of silver? And who's mental enough to sell their silver for the U.S. dollar? Well, I would be mental enough, Armand, and I'm not one who sells of anything in my collection of precious metals. But if I had to, I would sell it for dollars if I needed to. And you know, the thing is that we have to think in terms of dollars. We can't escape them. The dollar is here to stay for at least until it isn't. It's in trouble. There's some issues with the dollar, but this is why we have silver in our portfolio to protect us against the worst case scenario, which is I think still down the road. All right. Freight 88 Grind says there's only one way that silver will erupt in price: if the dollar collapses. Well, and that's an explosion in price. It'll just go nuts if that's the case. Yep. Otherwise, just like FDR did in 1933, the administration can make silver illegal to own, order it surrender, and reset its price. That's even less likely to happen in my view, because silver is not a monetary metal, but an industrial one. Well, and the thing is that's why they're not going to do it, because when they made gold illegal to hold, gold was a monetary metal. In fact, it was a monetary metal up until 1971. Industrial metal, $100, $500, $1,000 silver would cause massive inflation of goods. Actually, no. There's only one cause for inflation, and it's not expensive silver. It is Federal Reserve printing money and government spending money. So there's two reasons, but I digress. The further we get into the future of the advancement of technologies, the more likely the silver won't be a store of value for the average Joe. Don't expound on CBDC. You should get the point. Yep. CBDC is more likely to come before the dollar collapses. They're going to reinvent the dollar under that. Eddie Van Halen erupted. That's right. Eddie Van Halen is the eruptor, or was the eruptor. May he rest in peace. By the way, he called his guitar Frankenstein, by the way. All right, next week, gold, $2,700. Probably not going to happen. But the rate it's going, people are making some pretty crazy calls in short amount of time. All right, Silver Honda, who drives a blue Honda. We love seeing Silver Honda back. He says the following. Like number 9, 82 days and counting until Adventure of the Seas. Hope we don't get kidnapped in Haiti. Yes, indeed, that's right. I hope not. Well, hope you enjoy Adventure of the Seas. Take plenty of pictures, especially of Mrs. Silver Honda for me. Yes, indeed. All right. Very, very good. Let's see. Yeah. Armando Reyes. Keep the prices of silver low with a $5 super chat. Thank you. Give us common folk to buy as much as we can for as long as we can. There you go. It's a gift. It's exactly right. It is a gift. You're exactly right, Armando. Thank you, Reyes. Thank you so much. Good to see you. And Michael K says, interesting, very interesting. What will happen tonight? By the time you read this, we should know. That's right. And we are here tonight, Michael K. And let's take a look. Any news on the Trump assassination attempt? No, we're an hour with no updates. Nothing new here. But indeed, the news is settling in now. Now, former President Trump praised the Secret Service's quick action during the incident and was swiftly escorted back to the clubhouse in a golf cart. And from what I understand, they actually tackled President Trump on the course, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've heard. But anyways, very good. Let's see here. So no news there, no new news. But this is news that we've got here. Well, from 9 minutes ago, Trump assassination attempt task force requests briefing with Secret Service after second attempt. So this part has been updated recently. It says here, the task force on the attempted assassination of Donald Trump said Sunday it is monitoring what authorities confirm was a second assassination attempt on the Republican presidential candidate and have requested a briefing with U.S. Secret Service. Chairman Mike Kelly from Pennsylvania and Jason Crow of Colorado released a joint statement Sunday following the shooting the FBI is investigating. The task force is monitoring the attempted assassination of former President Trump in West Palm Beach this afternoon, the joint statement said. By the way, one's a Democrat, one's a Republican. We have requested a briefing with the U.S. Secret Service about what happened and how security responded. We are thankful that the former president was not harmed, but remain deeply concerned about political violence and condemn it on all of its forms. The task force will share updates as we learn more. And by the way, it should be noted that in that briefing, I believe it was a Secret Service official said that they didn't, because he's not active president, they don't have as much protection detail around him as they normally would. They would have probably closed down the roads around the golf course or at least have him heavily guarded. All entrances are all kinds of points of entry. So anyways, but that's have a good night, Tucson Bubba. But you would think, considering the nature of this election and what had happened before, that they would have already beefed up security. This is not your usual presidential candidate by any stretch. Yes, thank you, Tucson Bubba, for being here. Thank you for your super chat and kindness. You are awesome. Very good. And remember, this is something important to point out as well, too. And that is that this golf outing was not on his official schedule. It was somehow this shooter knew he was going to be there in some way. But anyways, so that is the one thing about this that is intriguing. And of course, it may not be all that difficult to know because when Donald Trump travels, he has a motorcade. It's very public. People see it. So anyways, there's that. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, Trump, I think it's because he can still play golf. They just got to be very, very careful. They just got to be very, very careful. But I think he can probably still play golf. But boy, that would be a shame because he loves golf, that's for sure. All right. May have been simple. Well, it could have been, but he had the plan to take that AR style rifle. I mean, not that AK style rifle with him. That was obviously planned, and most people just don't carry those that I know of, and just I'm going to pull out this AK with a scope and stick it through the fence post here. I'm pretty sure it was planned. Very good. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the national debt under $1 trillion before Reagan was president, and it's been crazy. I believe that press conference for I don't believe that I believe that press conference for one bit lies. Yep, and in this age, we don't really trust much what our officials are telling us, and so we have to discern what is considered good or truthful information or not. I don't know. It's very easy to be jaded at this point in time. But back to Dan's point, we've been adding to our national debt at a record pace in recent years. It's insanity, and Republicans and Democrats are to blame for it, no question about it. And it's got to stop. Something's got to give here. We need to get back to fiscal sanity, not just for political reasons, but for real reasons. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Very good. Yep, Ryan Ruth. Oh, he's 64 years old. White male. Okay, very good. All right. But the thing is, we really don't know for sure exactly, if he was a Democrat contributor. I would take all that for a grain of salt. Now, again, I mean, I've seen some of Benny Johnson's posts, and not that I disagree with him, but be very careful. We run into confirmation bias a lot. So we have to be very, very careful about what we're reading there. Do not fall for confirmation bias just in case. It could be true, but that's interesting. Thank you, OC Stacker. Red Crawler. Luckily, criminals are dumb, Uncle Sally. That's right. True that. Some of them are, for sure. Have a good night, CCT. Thank you so much. Let's refresh this and see. It looks like I've got to scroll down to find any updates in other areas as far as what they're saying and some of these other pieces here. Everything's an hour except for what I just read to you recently, which is minutes ago. All right. There is the photo that shows them pulling over the Nissan. So there it is. And let's see here. And I did show the photo of the weapon. And I wish they'd post a better image of this, by the way. They should email to news agencies that photo. This is a bad picture. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you're here. F-37 Metal. Soul Patch Jackson is here. Let's see here. And let's see here. All right. Very good. Let's get back to some of these comments, and we'll take a look at the markets again. Beg for my mercy on this video that I posted this afternoon about what Saudi Arabia is doing. This is a big story about what Saudi Arabia has been caught doing, buying gold in secret. I mean, dude, gold is $2,600 now. Actually, it's not technically. It's obvious at this point. I don't know why silver doesn't grow in relative rate to gold with the ratio, because there's so many different things that silver is so different than gold in so many different ways. This is why, especially these days. All right. And Cemetery Shop here has went back and checked out an older video. Thank you, Cemetery Shop, for doing that. A video about the saltwater crocodile silver coin from 2015. I've never seen Elizabeth quite so closely. It was very eye-opening. So upon such close examination of both sides, I think the buffalo is the prettier of the two. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Saltwater crocodile. Basically implying that Elizabeth was a lizard and reptilian nature. The model, I don't know her name, but yeah, I was hoping it would draw some views in, but it hasn't really done a whole lot for views. I may take the image off and see if it helps. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see. All right. Jonathan Adu says, Big shakes to the system coming soon. Fed is attempting to hold the system steadily through the election. After that, get ready for the thing to shake apart. Well, I tell you what, if they lower rates a half percentage point, we're going to see eventually, maybe by next year, inflation start to tick back up pretty regularly again. Silver High says if the Saudis are holding more and more gold alongside their U.S. dollars, they're hedging their bets just like everybody else. Indeed, they are, for sure. All right, very good. And we'll see how this plays out. We could find ourselves into a minor stagflationary environment. I don't think it'll be a hyper stagflationary environment, but we could dip into that territory which we've not been in quite a while. That would not be good. Indy Couple says here, and we must not forget Russia buying a huge amount this month. That's true. Yep. BRICS is going to destroy the dollar. Buy beans, band-aids, bullion, and bullets. Not anytime soon, but they are de-dollarization. It's an active effort for sure, but it's going to take a while. All right. 79 is calling her lawyers. That's right. Good night, Steve C. Thank you for being here tonight. Good crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys. Dan W. is watching the Bengals and the Chiefs. All right. Very good. Thank you, Vegas Stacker. Good to see Vegas. Check out his channel. C. Phipps says, I love the look of those 100-gram gold bars and hope to get one someday. They look so much cooler than my wafer-thin Engelhard 25-gram bar. Yes. I love the look of those things, too, for sure. All right. By the way, Mark Razor, very kind, has just gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you, Mark Razor. Boom, there it is. If you received one of those, give him a warm thank you. Very kind of him to do that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right. Yes, appreciate you guys watching. We got 223, says Steve. Thank you. Thank you, Soul Patch. You're awesome. Appreciate you being here. Good crowd with us tonight as we monitor what's going on in the precious metal space. Silver's continuing to rise amidst moderate to low volume, up 22 cents right now. It's almost $31. Look at that, with hardly any trading. Look at this. This is insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Hardly any volume, and it continues to go up. Wow, 22 cents. It is now $31.01. $31. It has broken through the $31 mark. And thank you, Homestead, for the thumbs up. Look at that. $31 silver. We're seeing it right here, folks, tonight. This is, would you say that this is very exciting, marginally exciting, or it's okay to see this break $31 tonight? I think it's probably marginally exciting. We could see it go back the other way in short order. So low volume is an indication that the manipulators are not at the table, says J.M. Alish. Yes, I understand. A lot of people feel that's the case. I have a slightly different take on it, but yeah. But let's see here. But it is up. It's going up for sure. All right. Explosive silver weekend. Very good. Close game between the Bengals and the Chiefs. All right. Chief among them are the Bengals, right? Happening in real time. That's right, Gaza. It is happening in real time. Wild to see it. 23 cents now. $31.02. All right. One thing to keep in mind as well, too, folks. We focus so much on the ask price. The bid price is probably the one to really watch in terms of solidifying psychological barriers. In other words, it still has not broken through $31 yet on the bid price. There's a dime's worth of difference between the two. But yeah, Steve says it's cool. Let's wait till it's over 32, because 32 is kind of one of those things where we've not really seen move much past 32. It was only 32 for a brief amount of time. That is really a big psychological number. You're right. Very good. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Let's get over here to this. Jesus is King. Hey, Sal, make sure to tell your viewers YouTube is unsubscribing your followers and to resubscribe just now and get the video, brother. Well, thank you, Jesus is King. Yeah, I don't know. And it is happening. I see those numbers fluctuate. I've talked to YouTube about it, and they just said, well, they do get rid of fake accounts and stuff like that. And I guess sometimes at the mercy, others are falling and get fall in the wake of that. I don't know, but I may do a video on it because I don't want to lose a single subscriber if I don't have to. Now some people leave voluntarily; they don't like what I say or something like that. But anyways, that's different. But anyways, very good. All right, let's see here. What do we have here? Let's see what's happening here. We've got Michael Della Balma says, I'm sure China never stopped buying gold, just stopped reporting it. Yep, I think you're probably right. I've reported that as well, too. Buster Scruggs, I hope silver continues to follow the gold surge. I hope so, too, and it looks like it is. In fact, it's outperforming gold tonight by a wide margin. It's up over 3/4 of a percentage point, up 23 cents right now, pushing the gold to silver ratio down slightly to 83.39. Still very, very high gold to silver ratio, but that's where it is. And John Bannon is still here. He's still subscribed. Thank you for being subscribed. By the way, is there anybody in the chat, answer honestly, because I have gotten an email from somebody who's been watching a long time who's not subscribed. And if you're going to be watching my content a lot, you might as well subscribe. But is there anybody here that's not subscribed? Let me know if you feel comfortable, because I'm curious. What can I do to earn your subscription? All right, very good. And Stock Jockey just had to do it. He just had to do it. He had to abandon me so that he could listen to Eddie doing Eruption for 13 minutes. Well, you know what? That's much more appealing, much more exciting than whatever I could do here. I just wish I could play a quarter as good as Eddie Van Halen. He innovated that technique, the tapping and the cool things and the sound effects. Eddie Van Halen, Edward Van Halen. Yes, indeed. May he rest in peace. Let's take a look here. Let's refresh and see. Silver Hair Stacker, I'm only subscribed 12 years. Well, that must be an absolute miracle, Silver Hair, because this channel is only 11 years and 6 or 7 months, something like that. But thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Red Crawler. You are awesome. YouTube limits how many channels you can be subscribed to. You can subscribe to 75 channels per day, and you can subs to a max of 2,000 channels. Note, your subscription limit grows as your YouTube channel does. Interesting. Whoa. I didn't know that. All right. Deleter, I've unsubscribed a couple of times. Didn't have to wait for YouTube to do it. Oh, man. Well, that means you've subscribed again. So thanks for popping in again. Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you, Silver Hair. I appreciate you being subscribed as long as you have. Tell them it does cost. I know subscriptions are free. Yes, indeed. You know what? I'm going to do the reverse psychology, one species. I forbid anyone to subscribe to this channel without paying me first. You got to pay me to subscribe. No, I'm kidding. It is free. It is free if you want to do it. But yes, indeed, appreciate it. All right, let's see what's going on with the latest with the second assassination attempt on President Trump's life. I think at this point he needs full active presidential detail. If not, if he doesn't get it, he should hire his own. Yes, indeed. Yes, if they see that it could drop off my subscription, that's true. Although I kind of doubt all these people have that many subscriptions, but that could be it. I did not know that, so very well could be the case to be what's going on there. Let's refresh and see if there's anything latest news here. So far, we've read this. I'm looking through here. Nothing new on any of these little mini stories here, but we'll keep an eye on it. Nothing new there. So very good. So Donald Trump is safe, though, after shots were fired outside of Palm Beach Club. Those shots fired by the Secret Service for somebody poking something through the hole there, through the fence post there, or chain link fence. Brian McDaniel has been very kind to watch the channel and be a subscriber to the channel. He says, am I the only one that thinks soon OPEC will only take gold or gold-backed currency for oil? I think it's going to be a while before that happens, but that could happen down the pike. But I think it's still a ways off. All right, very good. Let's see here. Ah, let's press forward here. Hyoben says, in South Korea, there's a 24K pure gold, 225 gram pure gold spoon and chopsticks. It doesn't surprise me. They like the high purity gold stuff. James Unleashed, this photo is from the Butler, Pennsylvania. They should not have posted that. This is the image of former President Donald Trump campaign rally where gunmen attempted assassination from before. They shouldn't be using this photo. That is the famous photo of Trump from Butler, the first attempt. They should not be using that photo in this story. All right, this is the second. This was just updated a minute ago. Let's see what this has to say here. The suspect who pointed an AK-47 rifle at former President Trump on golf course Sunday afternoon was at least 300 yards away, authorities say now. They've narrowed it down to being at least 300 yards away. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said the gunman had an AK-style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks hanging on a fence, and a GoPro camera. Ceramic tile was also found in the backpack. That's interesting. What could that mean? Is that tied to explosives? I don't know. Anyways, the suspect, which was later identified as Ryan Wesley Ruth, was hiding in a shrubbery about 300 to 500 yards away. Now they say at least 300 yards away, while the former president played golf on a nearby hole, which means he was not on the 5th hole. That was approximately a quarter of a mile from Trump. A Secret Service agent walking on the golf course a hole ahead of Trump, as I mentioned previously, where Trump was playing, spotted the rifle sticking out of the fence and immediately opened fire. Now that would not be easy to spot. You have to really look for that. Keep in mind it was probably dark where that was. Who knows if the sun... Well, the sun probably was shining on that part because the picture looks like it was taken with the sun facing it, which is why everything was shadowed there. But we may look at that picture again. Lulu Lucky Stacker is here. Good to see you. Body armor could be body armor, Michael. That's a good idea. It could be. But anyways, let's see. So, walking the golf course, immediately open fire. That's more than twice the distance of Matthew Crooks, the 20-year-old gunman who attempted to assassinate Trump during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, before he was killed by the Secret Service. Now, let's take a look at that photo again to get an idea. So, as you can see here, usually when things are dark like this, the sun is coming from the other way. The sun is not shining in this direction, which that gives us an idea probably how they're able to spot the muzzle poking through. But he probably had to have that muzzle poking through fairly far enough to be able to see that. It looks like these leaves right here are in front of the fence. In other words, on our side from which the photo is being taken. But as you can see, there's the muzzle, and there's the scope, and there's the 30 or 40 round magazine, banana-shaped magazine there. Yes, indeed. Michael, that's how far he was away from Trump. The Secret Service agent was much closer. Because remember, as I said up here, they go to the advanced hole to make sure it's safe. And then they caught it. Secret Service agent saw the muzzle poking through as he was waiting for Trump to arrive. So Secret Service was much closer than that. All right. So there that is. And no other new information there. We'll keep an eye on it as we press on here. See what we've got. Let's see here. We've got Razor Ready, Mark Razor. And thank you again for those for your kindness here. Says, great stream, Sal. Looks like these countries are buying lots of gold and they are not going to lose it on any big dips. Something is definitely in the air. Not sure what's going on here, but why buy now? Fiat is in trouble. Yes, I think fiat is, every time there's inflation, especially if we see loss of jobs and inflation tick back up again, that is going to spell some trouble. But the Federal Reserve, if they do lower rates a 0.5 percentage point, with the information they get from the Consumer Price Index and the Producer Price Index, they must feel something. They must know something we don't, or what have you, or are willing to bet it all in order to make things go their way politically. And I would not put it past them. I would not have said that even in the last election cycle. I would not have said that. But there's been so many egregious things that have happened. I cannot help but be jaded by what the chefs at the Cook the Books Club do. Because you never heard me talk like that before. I got that phrase from a former analyst who worked in the markets and the commodities trading futures in Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And this individual, Jim Comiskey, would always use that phrase. And I always thought it was a little bit cheesy and cheeky. And that was, 10 plus years ago when he used to use that phrase. But I tell you what, since he's passed on, I've kind of reinvigorated that phrase because it is, boy, ever so evident nowadays. And likely, probably, he was right back then. I just didn't see it. All right, very good. Taking another slurp of some coffee here. And, in fact, you know what? I don't know how often this thing is updated, but I'm going to check the Fed Watch Tool. We'll have it in another screen here, off-site here, and see if the metrics have changed at all in this thing. I don't know if they update during the weekend or not. No, but it's not. 52% of participants rate the probabilities for a half-point cut at 52%. First time we've seen this since for this meeting time as we head closer to it. 48% say it'll be a quarter-point hike. I'm still of the mind they're going to do just a quarter-point cut. But anyways, we'll see here. All right. Let's refresh this and take a look at the markets again, shall we? Gold and silver continue to show some favor and price discovery here. Up 23 cents for silver. $31.03 in the ask price. It's not gotten there yet for the bid price, but $31 is a pretty good thing. Pretty wild to see here for silver moving up above $31 an ounce. Will it stick? That's anybody's guess. We'll see what happens as we move through the hours of the night in London, and then when they open up in the morning in New York. Gold up $1.10 right now, up 0.04%. $2,579.80 for gold. Crazy. All right. Very good. There's where the markets are right now. Gold to silver ratio trading at 83.38 right now at this very moment in time. All right. Let's see here. We've got more comments we're going to get to now as we press on. Johnny Stacker says, nice toys, Sal. Pretty cool stuff. If you've not seen this video from yesterday, we take a deep dive into the security feature by the Sunshine Minting. So check that video out, the most secure silver bar exposed. We did that video yesterday. I think you'll enjoy that one. It's amazing to see these sophisticated security features up close like that. Keep on stacking. Thank you, Johnny Stacker. It's what I like to do. I like to post a variety of different content, different subjects related to precious metals. So thank you so much. A lot to talk about. All right. Let's see here. DD Prepper says, awesome, very impressive, Sal. Thank you, DD Prepper. By the way, how many thumbs up? I haven't really been talking about the thumbs up on this live stream yet, but can we get 300 thumbs up before the end of the night? I hope so. Deja Vu is here. Appreciate you guys being here. We want to try to get 300 thumbs up, but let me know how close we are. I've not said anything about it, so we may not have too many. But Cemetery Shop says, secret stackers know the deal. The most valuable things are also kept most secret. All the signs point to one conclusion. Stack gold now. There we go. Hold on to your gold for sure. All right. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, JM Unleashed has been very kind to post a link to that video. Thank you, sir. It's a pretty wild thing to see how close we get on that. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Appreciate that. 260. All right. Thank you, Silver Heist. The one and the only Silver Heist. And man... all right, the legend. He's not a myth, though. The Silver Heist is not a myth. So whenever you say the man, the myth, the legend, I know Silver Heist is real. I can tell it. I can see it in his videos. It's not AI. He's not a myth. 260 thumbs up. We need 40 more. Can we make it happen? Ooh, I think so. I think we can. PC Coinstar says, thanks for the updates. Thank you, PC Coinstar. Thank you for watching that. And we've got Jeff Nelson. Grab it while you can till it becomes unobtainium. I tell you what, it's tough for now. I'm going to tell you what, we're getting closer to the $2,600 mark. It's insane in the membrane. All right. Just takes it away. That's right. I hear you, Kurt. Yes. All you can do it is just one. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see what we've got happening on our way up into the next comment that we got. Jeff Nelson said that there. And we've got here Julian Emperor on this video about silver. Will it suffer the same fate? Says this. Boys, if all you do go out tomorrow and buy 1 ounce, just 2,500 ounces will go in stacks and the price will only go up. I think you're just saying here if anybody buys 1 ounce of gold. Yeah, if everybody did that, yeah, it would be something, but it's not going to happen. That's a scenario that we will not see. To buy 1 ounce of gold is a monumental tax for most people. Joe Kenton says here, I love the feeling of a 1 ounce gold coin in hand. I do too. Something about it. It's pretty intriguing. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I can only imagine how a 100-gram bar feels. It must be pretty special. It is. It's surreal to feel that for sure. You're right. Savage Lee is here. Bill Arrington is here. Kurt Ornor is here with us. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. Glad you guys are with us tonight. Good crowd here as we press forward. I think we will have $50 U.S. silver before the month ends, says Mordrake. All right. So he's really bullish on silver. $50 an ounce is what he thinks. But Mordrake, I would not be disappointed if it doesn't happen. My educated guess is it's not going to happen. But I think we will see silver probably hang around this range through the month. Now, if they cut rates a half percentage point, I think we may see $32, $33 silver before the end of the month. But I don't think we're going to see $50 before the end of the month or even by the end of the year. My prediction by the end of the year is $35. But hey, anything could happen for sure. But anyways, let's take a look at the markets again while we're here, just for gits and shiggles. Silver is now $31.07. It's up 27 cents now. So it's continuing to climb even at low volumes. Oh, yeah. Up 0.88% now. Silver is doing well tonight. It is the winner of the night so far. Palladium has fallen $3. Platinum is up $1. Gold is up only 80 cents. So silver is shining fairly brightly right now. 31.07. Oh, yeah. This is the highest we've seen it all night. Although it says here the high is 31.09. So we may have missed something here and there. But look at that. Very briefly, I may have ticked up to that. 31.07. We are 3 cents away from the bid price reaching $31. So we'll see here. Very, very good. Angel E, good to see you. Angel E says it'll be back to $25 at the end of the year. I tell you what, I don't think that's going to happen, Angel, but that is probably more likely to happen than $40 silver or $50 silver. I think it's more likely to go back to 25 than to go up to 40 or 50. I think it's probably going to hang around this range. Skate Army says short sellers are out of the game. Up is the only way now. And a lot of people feel that way, and we see it. As J.M. Unleashed says, this is in volume is picking up here for silver now. And that volume came in with some profit taking for a little bit there. A little bit of profit taking, then up again, and now coming back down again. So there we go. So yeah, they're getting in now. Ooh, yeah, says John Bannon. Oh, yeah. So there we go. All right, let's see here. Now 26 cents up. All right. Very good. Let's get over here to Spaghetti Guys Revisited. Says this here, and I quote, I'll be buying a 1/4 ounce gold on Tuesday from a local coin shop. Hopefully the price drops a bit by then. Should put me right at my first 100 grams of gold. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome, Spaghetti Guy. That would be great. Nan Double X is here. Dove season is here. Happy Sunday to you. All right. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. Let's see. Yeah, more Drake. I hate to break it to you, more Drake. 1-to-1 will never, I mean ever. That's one thing I can say with absolute confidence. There's no way. Whoever told you that is lying to you, more Drake. You're not going to see a 1-to-1 ratio. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. Let's see here. Somebody has rickrolled you into thinking that. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna let silver go 1-to-1 with gold. It's not gonna happen ever. No time, no never. But just keep on stacking both silver and gold. Sorry I did that in a key of F sharp. It really was not. I mean, let's see. Very good. All right. Now, we got Powerful for You says, I want to salivate metal round. I plan to get one on my next paycheck. I usually use eBay and was thinking of that, but is that the best way to support you? I did not know what Sunshine Mint products for the U.S. Mint. Wow. Yep, that's right. Sunshine Mint is one of the suppliers of the blanks for the United States Mint. The best way to support me, actually, I've already been paid for those rounds, but you can get it from the link in the description of any of my videos, and you'll pay a much less price, cheaper price than eBay. So you can go to Provident Metals and find it there, the Salivate Metal Round. So thank you, Powerful for You. Appreciate it. Very good. All right, let's see here. All right. Oh, thank you, Terrell. Oh, my gosh, I'm embarrassed if she heard that because she's the singer now. She's the one that can sing it really good. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see what's happening here. Let's get back. Let's take a look at the news now. We have this coming in here. This is still the same. See if there's anything new that's popped in. That's the same thing before that I read earlier, so nothing new that's popped up on its way. We'll keep an eye on this. If you guys hear anything that I'm not seeing in here, feel free to post it. But I think everything's kind of calming down. We'll likely hear more probably in the coming days, but there it is. But gold and silver especially is kind of breaking out a little bit tonight, up 26 cents. That's a pretty big move tonight. It's been steadily kind of going up through the night. There it is, $31.06 for silver. Gold up $1, $2,579. And I'm almost done with this coffee. It is cold now, officially cold, but thank you, One Species. Appreciate it. Yes, that's thank you for your kindness saying that. Anybody can give me a thumbs up count? We're trying to get 300 tonight. I think we're getting closer, but hopefully we'll make that happen. Oh, now it's just up 22 cents, 31.02. Scaling back a bit here, but the volume is increasing. So we'll see here. Very good. Let's see. Let's get over here to Freedom. It says, holy cow, Sal. Holy cow, Sal. 281 says Paul Tissue. Paul Tissue says that if we hit 300 likes, he's going to channel gift membership. 15,000 channel gift memberships. 15,000. He said he would do it. No, I'm kidding. I'm just teasing. But Freedom says, holy cow, Sal, look at those 100-gram gold bars. I want one. I'm going to need a few months. Those are just awesome, Sal. Thanks for sharing those with us. They really make an impact. Thank you, Freedom. I try to show some interesting stuff on the channel when I do post, and I appreciate you guys noticing. I'm trying to get, part of it is the eye appeal, maybe to keep some engagement watching the videos, and I try to be creative as much as I can since I post so much comments, but thank you so much. All right, then we got the updated news from The Guardian. All right, very good. Thank you. Let's see here. Maybe I will take this and post that in here. Let's see what we've got here from The Guardian. Thank you, JM Unleashed, if it will pop up here. All right, very good. Let's see what we've got here. Second Trump assassination attempt highlights dangerous times for U.S. And let's see here. U.S. Secret Service spokesperson summed up an extraordinary afternoon in the Trump International Golf Course, West Palm Beach. 5 chilling words. We live in dangerous times. Spokesperson made his assessment at a press conference Sunday afternoon, just hours after an individual had been spotted with an AK-47 style semi-automatic rifle just a few hundred yards from where Donald Trump was playing golf. It's being treated by the FBI as a second attempted assassination of a former president in as many months. Pictures released by law enforcement appear to show a rudimentary sniper's nest and pointed security questions sure to be asked about how someone was able to get so close to Trump. And, of course, we knew all that. I'm looking for anything new here. Let's see here. I don't see anything really new here yet, but anyways. But, yeah, we live in dangerous times. It's pretty apparent to be the case for sure, but thank you. All right, let me get my boilerplate back here. All right. John Bethia, it should be no other country's business what other country owns. Well, yeah, I mean, I think in some ways it's good to know. You're dealing with the country. World Gold Council keeps an eye on that stuff. I think it's in that country's best interest to know what they own, that you know what they own. I think that's really what the bottom line is, for sure. But anyways. Oh, whoa. Oh, man, thank you. All right, say here, very good. Let's see here. Paul says here that he will do 5 channel gift memberships if we hit 300 thumbs up. So you could receive a channel gift membership if we receive 10 more thumbs up. Thank you, Paul Tissue, for that. Very cool. And thank you, Lulu Lucky Stacker has just pressed the thumbs up. Thank you so much. So all we need is 10 more to make it official to get 300, and Paul Tissue will do 5 Salamander Metal memberships, and you could get that for sure. Thank you. You could be a recipient of that. Thank you so much, Paul, for that. You were the man. Let's see here what Silent Hunger has to say. I think you have been duped, Sal. There's nothing on the U.S. Mint website or release calendar for this item, and we are going on October. The perfect marks are appearing on the American Innovation series of coins. There's nothing special about stamping a star on a coin anyway. Well, on the Silver Eagle, it's very special because it's not been done before in bullion form. And of course, it's not going to be on the U.S. Mint's website. The U.S. Mint's website is mainly for collector coins, not for the bullion products. Although I'm kind of surprised they've not posted something there, and my guess is they probably will. But the thing is I've not been duped, Silent Hunger. As you saw, if you watched the video, it is on a major bullion dealer's website. So it is true. Jay Monlease, whoa, thank you so much. With a $5 super chat, Canadian, everybody thumb up his post. He says if pressing the thumbs up button is fast and free, and you could win a channel gift membership from Paul Tissue, as we've just reached 300 likes. Thank you, Paul Tissue. Immediately they have gone out. Thank you, Paul. Very kind indeed. Very cool. Nice, nice. Now, if we get 7,423 more thumbs up in the next 7 seconds, then Paul Tissue says he will gift 1 more Salivate Metal membership. And that time has already passed, so that deal is now off the table. I'm sorry. I thought for sure we'd get 7,400, whatever I just said, by then, but it didn't happen. I'm disappointed in you guys. What's wrong with you people? All right, let's see here. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paul. Very kind of you indeed. And we've got Stacking Surfer. Says here, this week will be one to watch for gold and silver. Sure will be. Oh, yeah, just a few more days, especially with the CME Fed Watch tool now saying 52% chance of a half-point cut. If it does, then I think gold and silver is going to come out, do very, very well. I'll just put it to you that way. We got 303 likes. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Mr. Watermelon, the $50 is going to be horrendous. This here on the U.S. Mint just revealed images that will make your skin crawl. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, some of the stuff they've got going up there. No IQ says miners. Yes, and these minor details, right? Oh, my goodness. Thank you. No IQ, let's refresh these comments, take a look at the markets, and then we'll take a look at the news. In fact, look at this, folks. Now, silver is up a quarter. A quarter. 25 cents right now, 0.83%. It was up 27 cents earlier. It did reach up to 31.09 very, very briefly. And so that's what the markets look like now. 31.05. The bid price is 30.95. But yes, indeed. Look at that. We're going to see Welch Co. Services here. Grumpy Grasshole is here. Good to see you. I love that name. That's cool. Thank you, Patriarchal Rain. Appreciate that. Welcome, Jimmy J. and Lookout Piano. All right, so there's where the markets are now. Everything is in the green, save for palladium. It's only metal that is down slightly here. Down $4. Gold up $1.60. Silver above $31 tonight. That's pretty big news. Will it hold? It'll be very interesting to see if it holds tonight. For sure, as we press on into the overnight hours. We wait for the London markets to open, and then Monday morning in New York, what will silver do? Everybody wants to know. And there it is. So let's see as we press forward here and take a look at these comments as they popped in here over the last few minutes. We've got Cybercurrent Twitcher. I've been very impressed with my Tom Lob so far. Yes, indeed. It's been very useful for changing watch batteries and getting splinters out of your hands. Yes, it has multiple uses. Good point. I should have said that as well. It is very, very good for that kind of stuff as well. You are exactly right. And we've got Bill Arrington says, love the 50 pesos. A real question is, what will the quarter point cut do to the metals, up or down? I think down at this point, Bill. I think it will go down. Buckshot George says this, and I quote, he says, thank you for the info, Sal. Everyone, please be careful right now. Do not let gold fever, or I have to get in on it, impair your judgment and common sense. Well said, Buckshot. Think, be cool, be calm, collected, and patient. Read what's happening. The major pot stir is November 5th. After that, PMs will drop for great reasons. Or the other side of the coin will increase for detrimental reasons. Don't chase spot prices. Live your life and enjoy. Also, don't chase waterfalls. I learned that from, I think, Destiny's Child. Correct me if I'm wrong, if Terrell is still here. Don't chase waterfalls. Is that Destiny's Child? Self-aware says, poor Saudi Arabia, only 25 trillion in the ground oil reserves. Better get a hedge. Maybe need it in 100 years. Wow, that's a lot of oil down there for sure. Apparently, we here, when you include fracking, have even more than that. All right. Bob Silver says, when the gold sells out around the world, I would imagine silver will sell out quickly after that. And, yeah, I think we're still a ways off from that. I think only about less than a quarter of the above-ground stocks of gold are in central banks. TLC, thank you. It was TLC, thank you. Mudvayne got it. So did Terrell. Oh, man, I should have known that. TLC, that's it. TLC. And I think it was Alea. One of the members died in a plane crash. I think it was Alea. I think that died in a plane crash. But yes, don't go chasing waterfalls. Thank you. You guys are great. Great audience. All right. Let's get down on it. We've got this from Goldilocks. So to clarify, is the ask price on Kitco spot price? A little confused. Now, let me show you. I'm going to show you what it is. There's really two different spot prices. You got bid and ask. And the difference between them is called the spread. Right now, silver is now trading below $31 again. And both of those, ask price is the spot price from where you buy your precious metals. Bid is the price that you get whenever you sell your precious metals, or a percentage below that. It's a gauge, but there it is. So that is the difference. Both of them are spot price. Ask and bid depends on a seller's market or a buyer's market. Gold is up $1.50. Silver is now up 18 cents. It continues to fall. And let's take a look at the volume now, folks. Left Eye was the one. Okay, Left Eye was the one that. Okay, thank you. Left Eye. Aaliyah is still alive. I'm sorry. Aaliyah is still alive. It's a Left Eye. That's right. Who died? Thank you. Sorry about that, Terrell. That's right. I knew it was one of those. I was thinking Aaliyah, but Aaliyah is still alive. That's right. All right. That's it here. Okay. What do we have here? A little increase in volume, and look at that, a little bit of a smackdown as the volume, heavy volume there, pushing that price down, right? And this is what JM Unleashed was telling. Don't go slurping waterfalls either. Let's slurp a little waterfall here. We got coffee falls. Let's slurp some coffee falls. Here we go. I just finished it. I'm going to put my chaser in it. Aaliyah is dead. Okay. Did they both die in a plane crash? I don't know. With left eye hurt? I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out. So I was right about that. Aaliyah died in a car wreck. It was left eye that died in a plane crash. Okay. All right. Paulie from The Sopranos. I wish Paulie was a channel member. Paulie. Where's Paulie when you need him? There it is. Look at this volume here. Kind of saying what... but look, there's a lot of buying that came in here. Buying up here. Look at that volume on the buy up. Now it's going down, down, down. Crazy. Leah died, but she's not a part of that group. That's right. That's right. Very good. I just got Polly Walnuts. That's right. All right. Left DI was a car crash. Okay, very good. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right, very good. Let's refresh these one more time here. There's markets trying to get a little bit of traction here. It's now up 17 cents, but it could not hold to 31. And let's refresh this and see what we've got here. Because they don't have the up to the minutes news here that I see on this Guardian page. So really the best place here that I can see here is for the latest and greatest as on Fox News here. And nothing new on any of these things that we're seeing here. So, yes, indeed. Okay. All right, let's get back over here to this. Let's refresh these comments, see what's popped in. All right, we've got Southside Frankie says this. Southside Frankie says, great video. I love the Sunshine Mint. I have bars and rounds. Also have a much older SM bar. I do not think it's quite vintage, but it's a great bar and better than they have produced today. Great demonstration. Very important due to rising prices. Most impressive. Yes, indeed. These security features, I think, are going to be more pronounced as we go through. In fact, even some of the smaller bars are starting to get in them now, like the Geiger bars. They've got the black light feature. Carrie Taryn, simply amazing. Connect the blocks. Very cool video. If I do say, see you Sunday. We are here, Carrie. Hope you're with us in the chat as well. And let's refresh this. We may have come to the point. We've got held for review. We do have couple comments in held for review, but watch when I approve these. When I approve these comments. The ones that are the basic ones, when we go over here, nothing shows up. Unless I turn off that, and then when I do it. Anyways, well, yeah, we could probably get them back in there. But anyways, we'll look at that again. So, so far, folks, as we head into tonight, we're almost at 2 hours. We see here that there's no news on the president's assassination attempt. I think most of the news has been disseminated as it happened earlier in the afternoon. But to sum up, Donald Trump is safe after an assassination attempt from which no shots were fired from the muzzle of the AK-style rifle. The only shots fired came from the Secret Service. Secret Service agents fired upon that general area. The suspect escaped in a Nissan truck, was found later and arrested in the next county over. And he is in custody. Likely there will be not much information coming about Ruth. The leader is saying that RT is reporting that Ruth was an active supporter of Ukraine, with screenshots of his posts circulating on social media reports showing him attempting to recruit individuals for military operations on behalf of Kyiv. Now, I know other people say he was a Democrat supporter, and some of this information is going to be coming out, but beware of confirmation bias that can bite you in the rear end if you're not careful. So take everything as a grain of salt that comes forth, and we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, that's the latest news. You're going to hear mixed reports about his motivations or what have you. But we'll see what plays out here. Very good. So there's that. And let me just check one other thing in terms of the news to see if this Guardian things. Yeah, and that's just it. All units busy scrubbing everything and or hiding accounts, that type of thing. But see, this is analysis here. This is not really news. So I think I'm going to take that down. The Guardian is kind of known for being more left-leaning anyway. I'd rather just get the latest news and see if there's anything that's popped in here recently. And I don't see anything new so far. Matthew, how can they run our country? They can't even perform good assassinations anymore. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Very good. All right, let's see here. We'll keep an eye on that as a night here. Let's see if there's anything new that's popped in here in the comments section. Nothing new there. We've caught up there. Let's take a look at the markets and do a market report. See what's popped up here. Silver is getting beaten back down from its highs. It got up 27 cents earlier. It is now below $31 again. See how quickly things can change in the metals markets, even as things move in the Asian markets. So yes, and so gold is up 80 cents, silver up 14 cents now tonight. Platinum is up $1, palladium down $1 right now. We did see silver reach $31 and 7 cents earlier in the night here on this night. Paul Tissue showing got 310 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Appreciate that. And so there's where it is. Gold to silver ratio is at 83.6 right now. So there's where it is. All right, folks. Well, there it is. We had a good night tonight. Interesting night. Thank you guys for participating and being here. I've been going for about 2 hours right now because it did start a little bit before 6. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me here as we follow the news, the markets, and your comments. And thank you to all of those who gave a super chat and channel gift donations to the channel. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you. We're going to be back here on Tuesday with a possible surprise guest. That's right. We may have a possible surprise guest on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if it's going to happen or not for sure, but you never can know. All right, folks, thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice that I think will serve you well in life, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep your feet on the ground. Take care, all. Have a good night.